This is WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. And this is Big C in the morning. Hello, everybody. My name is Big C. And thank you for starting your Friday off with me and your weekend early. And this is my first show first show here on WDG. And I'm a little nervous, but hey, we're all nervous when we're doing our first show. So, yeah. It is currently, I believe, 79 degrees outside. It's a beautiful day here in Columbus. Just beautiful. It's really beautiful. It's always fun to have, be outside, get a little exercise. All right. So what this is this is a talk show. And I basically pick topics that I would like to talk about. And you guys can enter in the chat, you know, your own personal opinion or a question. So, anyways, enough about me talking. So let's get down to our topics today. So today's topics is let's just go to the first topic. Um, the summer. It is summertime, and a lot of people want to go out and hang out with friends, hang out with family, and just go and do like fun stuff. And I thought, could what places could you visit during the summer? And with all these coronavirus restrictions, lifting away, you have to think, what can you do? And I've picked some places that you guys could visit with like your friends or your family. So, amusement parks like Cedar Point and Kings Island. Yeah, they're opening back up soon. I think they're opening sometime in July, maybe. I think it's sometime in July. So yeah, you guys could go to amusement parks like Cedar Point, Kings Island. Um, Honestly, riding roller coasters are pretty fun. They are pretty fun, but I somehow lost my liking to them. I lost my liking for roller coasters, sadly. I think it's because of like the heights and the upside down. Like some of them go upside down, some of them are like really fast, and some of them are just really really tall, and be you might get like afraid of heights. Um, I suddenly developed a fear of heights when I went to Cedar Point because honestly, I like when I was little, I never feared any heights, but now when I started riding roller coasters, I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so tall. I'm probably not going to you know ride another roller coaster or go up a tall hill again. So yeah, I basically got my fear of heights from that. But the roller coasters are fun at Cedar Point. I've never been to Kings Island. I've been to Cedar Point like twice. I've been to Cedar Point twice, and yeah, Cedar Point's fun. The first roller coaster I went on Cedar Point was the Raptor, and it's this it's this roller coaster that you know it's like a floorless roller coaster, I believe it is. Um, it takes you through loops, then you do like a bunch of barrel rolls. I kind of like the the Raptor. It's pretty fun. Up, Philip Bufford's in the chat. Oh man, hi Philip. A little nervous, but I'm gonna get through it. And Philip says, I love roller coasters. I just find myself feeling sicker the older I get. I definitely know, Philip. I definitely know, especially my dad. like, like when like when me and my dad rode Blue Streak, his stomach was like turned, and also like he also injured his ankle, and like some of the rides like made his ankle like go haywire. I think also Blue Streak made that happen. So yeah, yeah. So yeah, Philip, I feel you. I feel you all the way. Yeah, roller coasters can take a toll on your body when you get older. Like seriously, just look at my dad. His stomach is like probably a little messed up after that. But anyways, the other roller coaster they have the corkscrew, which I kind of like the corkscrew. It's like a sit down roller coaster, and it's like they put the overbar seatbelt on, and basically it's just a loop and then like a couple of corkscrews. I think like three corkscrews. That's a pretty fun amusement park ride. Um, Philip also says yes, my knees get jacked up too. Those spaces are too tight. I agree, Philip. Some of the spaces on the roller coaster are tight, but oh boy, like when like you go up a hill, my body just goes and it just feels so weird. I I just don't know. Oh man. So there's a lot of other roller coasters out there, like Gemini. That's a pretty fun coaster. The Cedar Creek Mine Ride. That's another one. That's like a family favorite. I know my uncle David he went on that coaster back when I think my parents went to Cedar Point, and well, back when my mom and my uncle went to Cedar Point, and it was like really fun. He said it was really fun, and yeah, it doesn't have like the fun stuff like in Magnum XL 200 and Millennium Force, but it's still a fun ride. Um, Speaking of Millennium Force, guess which roller coaster got me my fear of heights? That one. Yep, Millennium Force made me get a fear of heights. It is like over 300 feet tall. Now I've rode Magnum XL 200 and it's like a little 280 something feet I think. But oh my goodness, Millennium Force, it is so tall that I I just mm, I just can't believe it. Mm. Once you go like over the hill on Millennium Force, you're just like ah, like you think that the coaster is just going to go straight down, but no, there's another hill, then another hill, a turn, and then more hills and more hills. Philip says that will make anyone scared. Ice Versa says much love. Thank you, Ice Versa. Um. So yeah. Yeah. Roller. Yeah. Hills make a lot of people scared. Philip. I know. Like you just never know what's over the hill. I mean, it's pretty scary. So yeah. I think another fun ride. It's I believe it's called uh Iron Dragon. Iron Dragon. I remember. Now Iron Dragon was pretty fun. Like you're like in this little like car, and then it's like it's like a gondola, but I think it's like a gondola. Isn't Iron Dragon like a? I think Philip says I think I've seen too many Final Destination movies. Philip, how many Final Destination movies have you seen? I mean, I know they made a bunch. I think either 4 or 5 Final Destination movies, but I don't think I don't think Final Destination has anything to do with roller coasters. I think well maybe, but I don't think watching Final Destination will make me more feared of roller coasters. Oh, you've seen all of them, Philip? Yikes. Um, wow. Okay, but yeah, and then um you got some like other rides like this one ride that's not really a roller coaster. It's like a regular amusement park ride. Max Air. I actually been on that, and I literally thought that that thing was gonna go upside down, and I was going to like fall out of my seat, and mm, Some of these rides are pretty scary. They are pretty scary, but you know, once you get once you get used to it, it'll be fine. Philip says there's one with death by roller coasters. Lol. Death by roller coasters. Hmm. Well, I'm not gonna be watching a Final Destination movie. I'll probably just watch, I don't know, Friday the 13th or maybe Child's Play. Those movies sound fun. um, yeah. And there are other rides. The Gatekeeper. Now that's me and my dad's favorite. The Gatekeeper. It's basically this roller coaster that's right by the gate at Cedar Point. Oh, Marquise, what's up, man? Oh, man, it's great to hear from you. I have yet to be on a roller coaster. Oh, man, Marquise, you gotta get on a roller coaster. They're fun, terrifying, but in the end of the day, you had a bunch of fun, a bunch of fun. Oh man, it's great to hear from you, Marquise. It's really great. Um, but yeah, the Gatekeeper is actually fun, and like once you go up that hill, it turns you upside down. And I'm like, all right, we're off to a great start here. Woo! Oh man, but yeah, roller coasters again are fun and a little scary. Ah man, yeah. Marquis says, "Lol, it's good to hear from you too, man." Huh. Thanks, man. But back to roller coasters. I'm sorry I've been MIA, but I'm back. Yes, Marquise is back. Woo! All right, so back to roller coasters. Okay, so there's this one roller coaster that's not there anymore, but it's still there. It's just given a different name. Uh, it's called the Mantis. This was Sierra Point's like only stand-up roller coaster, and I'm gonna tell you a bad experience I had on Mantis. Oh my goodness, I had a bad experience on Mantis. So basically, Mantis is a roller coaster that just goes. You stand up and then you go upside down. I don't know if it, I don't know if it had any barrel rolls, but when I was on that, I was my head was banging into the thing that holds you down, and I'm like, and I was like, ow, like seriously, that's one way to give you a concussion, is those seats, is that seat banging your head, and it hurt my ears a little bit. It also made contact with my ears, so yeah. But unfortunately, Mantis had to close down and be replaced by Rougarou, which is also like a floorless roller coaster. So yeah, Marquis says I hiking want to go to Kings Island or Cedar Point, but you gotta wear a mask. Yeah, that's the bad thing. You now have to wear a mask because um it's required because coronavirus is still out there. Got to practice social distancing. It sucks because I believe when you wear a mask on those roller coasters and you're yelling, you'll probably be out of breath, and you're like, oh man, I'm tired. I'm going home. So yeah, that's the bad thing about those masks. It's just terrible, terrible. Let's see. There's actually I don't know if there's like two new roller coasters there, but I do know one roller coaster that I have not rode yet. It's Steel Vengeance. That's like the newest and fastest wooden roller or steel roller. Is it wooden or steel roller coaster? I don't know, but it looks fun. I actually want to ride it, even though I think it makes you go upside down, but that's not a problem. Steel Vengeance actually replaced Mean Streak, which was demolished back in two. I would say 2018 or 19. But it's sad. I never got to ride Mean Streak. Sadly, it sucks. Marquis says, plus it's gonna be hot out there. Yes, it's definitely gonna be hot out there. So wear a ton of sunscreen. Oh man, my mom just commented. Hi mom. Hey, don't judge me. I could say hi to my mom. State fair coasters are the scariest. Well, yes, because the fireball. That's all I'm gonna say. Well, the fireball is technically not a roller coaster; it's a ride, but you don't know really what's gonna happen on those state fair rides. They like get like little to no heads up and stuff. But I think big amusement park rides like Kings Island, Cedar Point, they're like the safest. So yeah. But back to Cedar Point roller coasters. Oh my goodness. Cedar Point roller the one Cedar Point roller coaster I have yet to ride and will probably never ride is the Top Thrill Dragster. Top Thrill Dragster is the roller coaster I will never ride because it is so tall that I might go to heaven or space or wherever this roller coaster will take me. I feel like if I go up on there, I might get raptured by God. Who knows? Who knows? It's scary. It's pretty scary. So yeah, I don't know if I'm missing any other rides at Cedar Point. I should have taken notes on, the rides I rode at Cedar Point, but oh well. Oh well. But anyways, Marquis said, "Oh my God, I almost had a heart attack on that roller coaster." Oh, yes, Top Thrill Dragster. It's very known for giving people almost heart attacks. I mean, seriously, if I went on there, I'd pass out like probably 5 or 10 times, and then maybe lose. And it's a great roller coaster to like lose things. I mean, I've seen people lose their phones, um, lose their sunglasses, and even their shirts. I don't know how that happens, but it happens. So yeah, if you want, so yeah, I think that's it. So if you guys want to do fun with roller coasters, go to Cedar Point or go to Kings Island. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else can we do here. Oh yes. Philip says now I want to ride that roller coaster. You go, Philip. You go ahead and you do that. You do that, man. All right, so another fun thing you could do here in the state of Ohio is go to the Mansfield Reformatory in Mansfield, Ohio. Well, technically the real name is the Ohio State Reformatory. That is where they do that's actually where like filmed Shawshank, like the Shawshank Redemption that stars Morgan Freeman and Tim Robbins. Now, I like that movie. I really do. It's like in my top 10 list of favorite movies of all time. So, yeah, if you want to see where a movie was filmed, go to the Ohio State Reformatory. It is pretty nice. I actually went there for a high school field trip like one day before my 18th birthday, and oh my goodness, it was so cool. We got to see like all the old offices where all the like where the um detectives, police were, where the criminals had school and stuff. Oh, Michael Thomas says great spot for photo shoots. Yes, it's actually a great spot for photo shoots. I mean, it was also even in a Lil Wayne music video. I forget what the name of the music video, but Lil Wayne actually recorded a music video at the reformatory, and even like one scene in Air Force One also was like filmed at the reformatory, which is pretty amazing. That this reformatory is like a big old tourist attraction slash film location. I would actually like to record. I'd like to film a movie there sometime in the future. It would be pretty nice. So yeah, we got to see all the jail cells. The jail cells, woo, it it it's pretty high. Like, okay, so there's like this church, and then like on the right side of the church, there's a door to where some of the cells are, and like the cell block that we were on, it was like so high up. It was like, oh my, I was like, oh my goodness, this looks scary. And like all the cells and like the grates and stuff and the floors were all rust. So I'm like, okay, I might, fall. But luckily I didn't. Metal is very very strong. So yeah. And there was even this one cell that was so like charred, and our direct like our curator said that or museum tour guide, we'll just call it tour guide. The tour guide said that this was when a criminal um secretly barricaded himself in his own cell and lit himself on fire and died. And we thought we could hear his voices because we heard voices in that cell. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go over here now and just run away. So yeah, we heard a lot of scary stuff in there because a lot of people say it's haunted. I don't think it's haunted, but there's a possibility it may be haunted. I mean, I don't believe in ghosts, so yeah, it's not really my thing. I don't really believe in ghosts. So yeah, if you wanna, so yeah, and they have all these they have like props from like the movie, like the tunnel that Andy Dufresne, Michael Thomas has a great curator, lol. She was actually a great tour guide. So yeah. So back to Shawshank. They got props from Shawshank, like the tunnel that Andy Dufresne crawled out. They got the sewer drain that he crawled out. They've got all this memorabilia about Shawshank, and it's pretty like crazy. And we like saw all the scenes, like some of the scenes they filmed there, like the police line when Andy Dufresne walks in and meets the warden. Um, where Red was where Red goes for his parole meetings. We couldn't really see the warden's office. I really wanted to see the warden's office. It would have been so cool. But they were doing reconstruction for the 25th anniversary of Shawshank. So yeah. Yeah, basically Shawshank's pretty fun. Well, the Reformatory's pretty fun. I would definitely recommend it. So yeah. All right, I gotta now power through these last few. Um, Two things you can do like out of like in state in Columbus, well not in Columbus but Ohio. Um, the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio. I definitely recommend that. If you're a fan of football, the NFL, or you have a favorite player that plays for the NFL, I definitely recommend going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I actually went there to the Pro Football Hall of Fame. I don't know when. I think it was after my sophomore year or after my freshman year. I don't know. But I definitely recommend going to the Pro Football Hall of Fame because it is so amazing. They got all this stuff, all the memorabilia, a bunch of like facts about old teams. There was even a team called the Cincinnati Reds. Yeah, there was a football team named the Cincinnati Reds and a baseball team named the Cincinnati Reds. So basically, a lot of the old NFL teams were based off of like baseball teams. Don't know why they did that, and it might get confusing. Be like, oh man, the Cincinnati Reds are terrible. Hey, why are you saying that about our baseball team? And we're like, no, I'm talking about the football team. And they're like, oh yeah, they suck. So yeah, I think the reason why they got all changed is because it'd be a lot of confusion. So yeah, and also like you can create your own like Super Bowl champions ring. I created a Super Bowl champions ring for the Browns, even though it never happened. sadly. Although I do want them to win the Super Bowl. I mean, look, I'm a Browns fan. This is Denzel Ward's jersey. So yeah, as you can see, I am a Browns fan. Browns fan ever since I was born. Even though they can't win a Super Bowl and can't make it into the playoffs, sadly. But hey, I'm loyal. So yeah, and you can like see all the Hall of Famers that made it into the Hall of Fame. And there are a lot of Hall of Famers like Chris Carter, Jim Brown, Tim Brown, um, who else? Orlando Pace, Jerry Jones, um, Al Davis, I believe, is in the Hall of Fame. Who else? Who else? Brett Favre, he's in the Hall of Fame. Um, who else? Yeah, there's a lot of Hall of Famers. Even John Madden, Laura, Yolanda. Hey, how you doing, Yolanda? Oh man, it's great to see you here on my show. Well, chatting for my show. So yeah, and then at like there's actually a place to play like Madden at the Pro Football Hall of Fame, but the controllers are like broken. So I am warning you now, they are broken. Also, at the end they have the gift shop, which you could buy either your favorite team's jersey or maybe a Hall of Famer's, like a new Hall of Famer that just got in a shirt that says their name in there in the Hall of Fame. So yeah, I actually got like a Joe Hayden jersey and a Cleveland Browns shirt. And my Joe Hayden jersey's when he used to play for Cleveland. Then as soon as I got it, he gets cut and goes to the Steelers. Sadly. Yolanda says, I'm great to see you. I'm glad I made it. Aw, thank you, Yolanda. It's great to hear from you. It's really great. All right, and another thing you can do in Canada is the McKinley Museum. It's basically a museum on the 25th President of the United States, William McKinley. They got all these artifacts, and there's even fun facts about him. And also, there's like a little science exhibit there. I thought the science exhibit was pretty good. And also, like right by the museum is his tomb, so you can actually go and see his tomb, like where he is buried, which is pretty neat. Great trip. It's a great trip to Cannes. You should really go there. Definitely recommend going to Cannes and visiting the Pro Football Hall of Fame as well as the McKinley Museum. Another place you can go is the Olentangy Indian Caverns in Delaware, Ohio. Now now I will warn you, these caverns are pretty cold, so I recommend you take a jacket, even though it's like 80 degrees outside. So yeah, the Indian caverns are pretty cool, and it's like really amazing, and I definitely recommend you check that out. Even though it's a little cold, it still looks amazing. Really, once you like see it, it's truly amazing. I think I went there when I was like 8 or 9, I believe, 8 or 9. So yeah. But if you want to get out of the state, I got a few recommendations. The JFK Museum in Dallas, as well as the uh, well, first I'll talk about the JFK Museum in Dallas. Um, it's basically a museum dedicated to the assassination of John F. Kennedy. Um, They have an exhibit there. It's actually located at the old school book depository where the assassination took place, where Lee Harvey Oswald assassinated Kennedy from like the 6th floor, and I actually got to see the 6th floor. And I was like, wow. And it's actually a pretty good. If you're a history buff, you should definitely check out the JFK Museum. I really recommend it. Went there when I was like in first grade, so pretty fun, pretty fun. All right, so I think we're gonna take a quick break right here. So don't touch that mouse. We're gonna take a quick break, and we'll be back with more stuff to talk about. We'll head to our next topic. So yeah, you want to stay here for our next topic. This is Big C in the morning on WDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. We'll be right back.
The most here at Ohio Media School was that I got to learn more about videography and just more on how to work in a group culture and business like. And also I would definitely say what I'm going to do after this is continue my DJ career on tour and start shelling out festivals and shows and stuff like that, hopefully. But big shout out to Young Nisa here, big shout out to Jay Love, and big shout out to Nakia Booker. You guys were great. Thanks.
Alright, we are back with more Big C in the morning. I am still Big C, so yeah. Woo! Anyways, we're heading to our second topic of the day. We're going to talk about pet peeves. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have a lot of pet peeves. I know my parents do, so let's talk about some of them pet peeves. Now, there's one pet peeve that I have that I've had like a lot since I was a child, and that's like biting my nails. Like, I really need to stop biting my nails. It's a big pet peeve of mine, and I don't know why, but it is. I'm pretty sure a lot of people will bite their nails. A lot of people pick their nails too. My dad does it. Sadly. Sorry, Dad, I have to put you on the spot here, but oh well. So yeah, I have a fingernail problem. Oh well. So yeah. Another pet peeve is road rage. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of people have road rage, especially my parents. My parents have serious road rage. I'm sad to say that I've seen this road rage. It's a little frightening because honestly, they're not a lot of good drivers out there. I mean, sure, some of you are good drivers. I know there are good drivers out there, but some may be a little bad, and that could lead to anger, a lot of anger, and it's so big that it may scare you a little. I know it scares me a little having my parents get road rage, but I just sit there and be like, oh, okay, okay, eh. But yeah, road rage is a serious pet peeve that people have, especially in like drive-throughs. Like, say you're at a drive-through at McDonald's, and you're like calm. You're calm at the wheel. And you're like, do 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 do. I'm about to go get my food. Do 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 do. Oh, my mom said if people could drive, I would have no road rage. Yeah, Mom, I feel you. but but you just gotta take a deep breath and just just go with the flow. Go with the flow. So yeah, back to my story. So say you're at a drive-through like McDonald's and you're just calm, just minding your own business, la di do, la di do, and then all of a sudden in front of you, you see two cars that are like going at each other, like one moves up and one moves up, one moves up, and like they're like almost about to crash. And then they start speaking, "Hey, get out of here!" And they're like, "No, you get out of here! No, you get out! No, you get out! No, you get out! You get out! You get out!" And it's it's pretty crazy, you know. It's pretty crazy, how these drivers, man, how they act and how it leads to reaction. Like seriously, I've actually seen that before. Like seriously, like this one woman was going here, and then this other one was coming here, and then they start arguing on who was first and who was second, and oh my goodness, road rage and drive-throughs. It's a little entertaining, people. I find it entertaining to watch them, just like react to this and stuff. Like, where's the popcorn? Yum yum yum. I love this. I love this. I need the popcorn. Yum yum yum. Where is the popcorn? So yeah. Oh man, it's fun entertainment. My mom also said I just love people who make right hand turns from the left lane. Yeah, I've actually seen that before. Uh, yeah, some people make right hand turns on the left lane, and then left hand turns on the right lane. Um, that's pretty good. Not really, but you know, a lot of people just feel like, hey, I gotta get to my doctor's appointment in just 5 minutes. I'm gonna go past the speed limit. And I'm afraid I have one buddy that just goes over the speed limit even though he's in a residential area and thinks he's so cool. And my buddy's name is Cal, and he thinks he's so cool and driving fast the speed limit. I'm like, okay, dude, this is not right. This is not right. Like, I know a lot of my friends speed. Callan speeds. Maggie doesn't speed. But a lot of other people I know speed. I don't know why Callan thinks it's fun to speed. It's not. I mean, we were going like 50. It was that night we were going 50, and there were like a bunch of like turns. But luckily he slowed down in the turns, thankfully, because I don't want to get raptured. I mean, you're driving in at night, and you're like going over the speed limit, and you see a nice bright light, and you're like, oh boy, I'm about to get raptured. So yeah, thankfully that doesn't happen, and yeah. And besides, you don't know what if you're like doing rage and you argue with a person, say like the person in front of you, left of you, right of you, don't like overdo it. Just give him a stare, like, and that's it. Just give him one stare. Don't go rah 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 rah, because that will lead to probably you pulling over with him, with the other driver, and the other driver getting out a baseball bat and smashing your windshield. So yeah, basically road rage can lead to serious damage to your car, to your ride, and or leave serious damage to, like, I don't know, your bones, because I've seen some road rage drivers, fight one another. So, ladies and gentlemen, as a PSA, please don't road rage. If you have road rage, stop it. Stop it right now. All right. So next pet peeve. Who in here, raise hands, who in here has ever eaten a dinner with your family and you start to smack your lips? My family has this problem. and it's my dad who has it. My dad, oh my goodness, he is the biggest smacker in the family. The biggest smacker in the family. Anything that he eats, he smacks his lips. Whether it be a bowl of cereal, he smacks his lips. A 12-ounce steak, smacks his lips. Even one berry, like a raspberry, he smacks his lips. I don't know why he likes to smack his lips when he eats. I mean, it's not good etiquette. It's really not good etiquette, people. And it's a really big pet peeve that I do not like for like people to have. Like, just imagine if you're just eating, regularly, and then someone smacks their lips, like like food particles and like spit could come out of nowhere and hit you on your face. And I know that. I've seen it happen to me twice. Twice, people. Twice. So it's like better to do if you just chew with your mouth closed. And I think another factor that helps you do it is if you take smaller bites, because I've been told that if you take smaller bites, you can enjoy your food and feel fuller. But sometimes the food is just so good that you have to take bigger bites. It's just so good. You really have to take bigger bites. It is needed for you to take bigger bites. Because honestly, the food is so good, you just want it down now. You want it down now. My mom says not great etiquette, but he does enjoy his food. Well, yes, Mom. My dad does not have great etiquette, but yes, he enjoys his food. But sometimes when he smacks his lips, oh my goodness, I feel like I'm in a nut house. Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop. But yeah, smacking your lips when you're eating is not fun. It is a big pet peeve that I do not like, and I do not want anyone to do that. Okay, okay. What another pet peeve? Ooh, I know, hoarding. Who in here knows somebody that hoards stuff? No one? Just me? Okay. Yes, I know a person who hoards stuff. Me back in the day. Yeah, back in the day, I used to hoard stuff. I was a hoarder. A big old hoarder. I hoarded like everything, like trash, small toys. Basically, I hoarded everything I could find. Like anything that was like worth keeping, I hoarded it. So yeah, that's another pet peeve. Like, have you seen like shows where they have like a bunch of hoarders on the show, and it's like insanely insane that they have all these hoarders. Like, there's everything. It's like there's like a bunch of stuff on one side of the room, and then a giant, like a giant piece, like a giant like mountain of like nothing there, and it's just so insane. If you ever go to a hoarder's house, you're like, oh no, this is not sanitary. I don't think this is sanitary. I think I need to go. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go home and just read probably my Bible and my John 3:16. So yeah, hoarding is a very serious problem and a serious pet peeve, because you don't know what they could hoard. They could hoard, like, maybe somebody's used blender. They could hoard probably an old TV back in the 1950s that doesn't really work anymore, but they keep it because it looks vintage. I'd rather just sell that for money, big money, ching ching. So yeah, I would, if you know somebody that hoards, help them out. I mean, you never know what you're gonna find. You never know what you're gonna find at your friend's place who hoards. Like, seriously, there could be a closet full of stuff. Once you open that closet, you get showered in a bunch of stuff that is being hoarded. And honestly, I used to be a hoarder. Like I've had lots of stuff here, and it was hard to get in and get out of my room. But as soon as I did some lifestyle changes, I've made my room completely clean. So yeah, I always keep my room clean. And if my mom says otherwise, don't believe her. Just don't believe her. Don't believe her. Don't believe her at all. So yeah, it is it is a big problem that that people have hoarding. But, it's whatever. It's really whatever. Another pet peeve that we're going to move on to is keeping your car clean. I know my buddy Callan does not keep his car clean. He the last time I was in his car, he had like a Raising Cane's box in his back seat. Like it was already used and it was in his back seat, just the styrofoam box. He has a bunch of clothes in his back seat. Uh, so yeah, there was like a lot of stuff in there, and basically, I could not fit in the back seat. Like the back seat was just god awfully messy. That I had to disinfect myself after that because you never know what could be in there. Never know. Oh, especially this one time I was in this car and there were like a bunch of cans in there, a bunch of like water bottles, soda bottles, basically a lot of trash in this car. And then the guy gets a plastic bag and he puts all the trash in that plastic bag. And you know what he does? You know what he does? Guess what? He throws it out the window. He did an illegal act. He littered. That is illegal. You cannot litter. If you litter, you will be fined a big sum of money. I mean, it's not like $1,000, but you'll probably be fined $50, $20, $25. You could be you could be fined a bunch of money. And honestly, I don't want to do that. I do not want to, just lose a bunch of money due to, a fine I got from, you know, just littering. Don't litter, people. Especially don't litter your car with trash and clothes and stuff. You need to keep your car clean and smells fresh. So I've seen a lot of people's cars lately and oh my goodness, it's not good. I think that's a pet peeve that people have. They don't take care of their cars inside and outside. Like seriously, there's a bunch of junk in that car and you need people to sit in it. So like you can go do stuff with them, like I don't know, go catch a movie or go to a park and play basketball or just hang out in general. So yeah, that's a big pet peeve that nobody should ever have to like deal with. Because honestly, if a rat were to appear in one of those cars, I'd scream. I'd scream like a little girl and just, you know, just go mildly insane. Mildly insane. So, yes. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to take a quick break, but when we come back, I'm going to do a Friday shout out. Yeah, I'm going to be shouting out our frontline healthcare workers. So stay tuned for that, people. This is Big C in the Morning on WUDG Underground Columbus, home of the unsigned artist. Now here's a song by Coyote.
I am living, loving, and learning. my life I know is destined to be great, cause my day and time is live at number 8 and 11. Meaning 1 plus 7 with the 2 ones placing my head in heaven. No Armageddon comes before creation, so before that, let's build a new nation full of men and women. Singing girls and boys, thanking all for the blessings and for the joys that life has to give. Even if we don't have it, need to reach out our hand and just grab it, making lots of noise. It's sometimes my choice, but now I speak to us, drumming boys. Step up and rejoice in these days and times as I step up and flow. Dynamic rhymes that flow so simply that some say it's deep, so much so it makes ancestors weep. I know, cause I've been doing this for years, working so hard that I hear splashing tears. And for my peers that sit back and stare, know that I hang with many millionaires that sit back and rock how they help create lives that produce healthy children, husbands and wives full of peeps that strive to make dreams come true for those that are hungry enough to pursue better ways of life, so we don't have to rob and steal for a deal or waste time at jobs getting paid grubs to build this dream. So much that rule made a cut called cream. It makes me scream, cause we are so sick getting pimped by employers, making us trick for a W-2 that determines our wealth. When we wake up and sleep, take breaks and lose health. Knowledge of self says it's my birthright to decide when I work, when I sleep, when I fight. So when you ask why I live, my jobs I don't try, cause it's not time for my dreams to die. Live, love, learn, no money to burn, just wealth to earn, for love I yearn. Live, love, learn, no money to burn, just wealth to earn, for love I yearn. Live, love, learn, no money to burn, just wealth to earn, for love I yearn. Live, love, learn, no money to burn, just wealth to earn. Yo, whatever happened to that rapping that we did, the clapping that we did, the snapping dabs, the haps as a kid, I had first dibs on memories with all the beats that hit. Stereotypes in basketballs on the court, the ones that hit the coke that would your snort. Finish, allow me to retort while I grew up short. My dreams are tall. Stevie's blind, yet his innovations flew on mind. Played the keys of life, secret life of plans, that air like a knife. Don't believe the hype, believe your soul. That's what pulls you through when life takes its toll. We must depend on you. It's time to grow. We can't stop, not even when we reach the top. The valley is low, but some are still down due to those that act like clowns. So we continue to grow, cause we know that our weakest link can't be slow. This record has no grabs with anti-gravitation, pulling down our nation. Only upward motion, all due to family devotion. No brothers too heavy, we went through warrior training. Team trainers come steady, all are not ready, but for those who are, we stand sturdy like a pillar. Soldiers in war, on an award tour. To any city I will pay my dues. Have no pity, some say that it's only to oppose the beauty that we appreciate. All in this moody world, unlock the gate of our enslaved mind. Keep picking the lock, don't look at the clock. Just don't stop, we still have to grow till we over the top.